friends. I'm your host, Erin Port, and welcome to the Simple Purposeful Living podcast. Life can be overwhelming and busy, so once a week, I invite you to join me, and together we will make simple tweaks to uncomplicate the hard parts of our life so we can spend more time doing what we love. Welcome back, friends. I got somebody in the studio with me today. Studio meaning we're in the closet together, sitting crisscross applesauce. I have to introduce you to my sister. Well, reintroduce you. You've been on the podcast before.
I think I've been on twice now.
This
might be the third time.
You're the most frequented guest.
Oh, I'm honored. It's my pleasure. But this is the first time that I'm having the opportunity to record in your office, aka your closet.
It's very fancy.
It was a request.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed.
She's looking around. She walked in, and what did you say when you walked in?
I said, there's two things in your closet I've noticed that you've never worn, or I've not seen you wear, and you were a bit surprised by that.
Yeah, because I wear almost,
very purposeful.
I pride myself on trying to wear everything in my closet. And so the two things were a dress that I wanted to wear for my launch party. And then I told you, I decided I actually wanted to wear something that made me feel like
more comfortable,
like who I am, right? And I just love like wearing a shirt and jeans, so I opted against it. And then the other one is a peacock dress.
And it's like, imagine like the most violently colored peacock dress.
Violently?
It is violent. Like I walked in and I was like, that is not what I would have expected to be in your and it's a floor length.
It has a train.
Sequenced satin peacock train dress. Uh-huh. And I think it's strapless. I actually was like, is it a dance? But I've been with you at
what's that called? Like a
gala
or
yeah, or like a homecoming dress. And I was like, I have been a part of your life for almost 8 years now. Like I was like, I should know all of your dance.
I thought you were going to say 38 years because that's how old I am. Right?
No, that's how old I am.
You're not 38
in September.
We're not rounding up.
Oh, I round up.
I'm not rounding up.
I'm a glass half full.
No. So I got it at Goodwill. But it's one of those dresses. Maybe for the podcast.
I love it.
Maybe for the podcast reveal of this podcast, I'll try it on for on a reel. What do you think?
I think you should.
Yeah. But
maybe I'll try it on.
Oh, okay. We'll let you know. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Ellen's home for 24 more hours? Not even. Okay, let's not cry. And I had to laugh that we had 8 hours by ourselves as sisters today. We spent 2 hours on the couch this morning chatting about life. It was like a therapy session.
It was.
Like a deep dive into why we are the way we are.
Yeah, and how we would solve the world's problems.
We did. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
We'd really tried.
Yeah, it didn't
unsuccessfully.
Work. It didn't work, but...
And here's the thing, I think a lot of people would be surprising in a world of all the things that are going on in the world today with everybody's diverse opinions. We don't always agree.
That is correct.
Yeah. And sometimes we're in different spectrums. But we also talked about how
more alike we are in a lot of ways that people maybe wouldn't expect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we actually align more when we talk it out.
Yes.
And so I think that's a lesson for people of just be open. And I think we have the respect in the relationship to
it's a safe space.
Yeah. I don't and I can say something to you and you're not immediately defensive.
Correct.
Which I appreciate.
Yes.
So anyway, we did that this morning. And then we went to Chick-fil-A, which really made my kids mad.
Well, I'm very pleased about it because I'm a huge Chick-fil-A chicken nugget fan.
And I told Ellen, there's very few things I will eat gluten for.
Yes.
But Chick-fil-A is one I always eat gluten for. I haven't had it in forever.
The grilled ones are not.
Oh, they're disgusting.
Yeah, no, I don't know how. I'm 90% certain if I couldn't eat the chicken nuggets, I probably wouldn't eat at Chick-fil-A.
No.
The waffle fries are good, but the chicken nuggets are phenomenal.
Yeah, or and here's the thing. I did help myself a little bit because I normally get the spicy chicken sandwich, but I have to have it on a bun. It's just not the same without the bun. So I was a little bit gluten lighter by having the nuggets.
Why you didn't get the spicy chicken sandwich.
And I have to say the chicken nuggets with the buffalo sauce, the sandwich is superior in my opinion. Yeah, it's okay. Well. I never even knew I liked the spicy chicken sandwich till I was pregnant with Lucille. And one day I suddenly craved it, even though I'd never had it before. Did you ever have a craving you'd never had when you were pregnant?
Remember when I was pregnant with the twins, I craved tomatoes. And I normally gag and spit out tomatoes. And I was eating my husband was appalled.
And do you still kind of like them?
I do. I still will eat a caprese salad now and then, some mozzarella, balsamic, and some tomato.
Okay, so what's your Chick-fil-A order?
I'm an 8 to 12 count chicken nugget.
Eight.
I'm a platter. I'm a chicken nugget platter queen. I always joked, actually, if you recall, when I was pregnant with my eldest daughter, who is now 7.5, at my baby shower, my
Oh yeah.
one request was Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. And I'm pretty sure I ate an entire platter of those nuggets by myself.
That was the day Vera was like, I want those for my graduation party.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure was that day.
Yeah. That checks out.
Yeah. So you get eight, so 8 to 12, depending on your hunger level.
Yep.
Waffle fries.
Yep.
Any sauces?
Oh, I love Chick-fil-A sauce and Polynesian sauce. Now, saying that, I didn't used to like Chick-fil-A sauce, but I do now. I
I
don't
think
know
it's
why.
disgusting.
Yeah, I like it.
But my entire family likes it except for me.
But you guys also like pickles, and I cannot stand pickles.
Yes, I didn't know that about you.
I hate pickles.
But Scott said the other day he's only a spear guy, not a pickle chip guy. And he doesn't like warm pickles on sandwiches.
Ew.
You like you
I don't like pickles in general. A warm pickle?
Yes, on a
Ew,
sandwich.
that's disgusting.
Like on a Chick-fil-A sandwich or like on a burger.
Oh, like, but they didn't heat up the pickle when they put it on there.
But it's warm when you eat
Oh,
it.
well, that's different. I thought you meant like, I like to heat up my pickles.
Oh,
I was like, that's gross.
that would be gross. We should try it. No.
I want to eat some hot pickles.
Yeah. Not the spicy kind, just the ones warmed up in a microwave. Ellen, you don't have a microwave.
I don't. I haven't had a microwave in 5 years.
How do you feel about that?
Honestly, when we first moved overseas, we didn't have a microwave and we didn't have a dryer.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
And you, now that you have 3 kids now.
I could absolutely never again. That was a mistake. We almost bought one several times.
I remember you'd have clothes all over like your living room.
Yeah, and we live in a really like damp place.
Yeah.
And so things just like never dried. Like I think it's still we have a little bit of PTSD from it. Like my husband gets really anxious about it. I dry everything now and he's like, "Stop." I'm like, "No, but so many things just would not fully dry."
Yeah.
But without a microwave, I think it would be very easy to go back into having one. Like,
Yeah.
if we had one, but I don't feel an urge. The only thing I ever miss is microwave popcorn, but one of my best friends back in Luxembourg, she always makes me
Does she have
microwave popcorn.
Okay, because I was going to ask you, does everybody in Europe not have a microwave or you just personally don't?
We just don't. For some reason, neither of the apartments we've lived in
Come with one.
have had one. And whereas like her apartment has a built-in microwave,
Oh,
like it came with
interesting.
the microwave.
Okay, but okay, so this podcast, people are gonna be, wow. Welcome to our conversation as sisters.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm saying because earlier today we were like, we never landed that plane. Like we have this
Yes.
joke in our sister conversations that we're like, oh shoot, we didn't land that plane. So
Yes.
welcome. I'm just saying because this is
Oh, yeah,
like
we should've
welcome to
circled
our
back.
conversation. But one other thing,
Yeah, we went from warm pickles to microwaves to
yeah,
dryers.
it's fine. But the thing that they really need to know about your dryer that I think is so interesting is you have to empty the water.
Oh, yes, that's normal in Europe though. So that's a fire code thing. Usually in the US, you have a dryer that has like not a pump, but like a tube that goes outside and it pumps the heat air outside.
Yeah.
And ours are called like they're like a heat pump
So
dryer.
so it condenses
So it condenses it. It like almost steams your clothing, and then the water collects in a tank, and you dump the tank. Because we cannot have like the heat. It's a fire hazard. It's a fire code. That's why a lot of apartments and housing complexes, I think even in the US now, have one floor with all their
Yeah.
washers and dryers, and it's a fire code.
Huh.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah, there you go.
The things you learn on the Simple
But
Purposeful
yeah,
Living podcast.
If you're planning on going and staying in an Airbnb in Europe, or you're planning on like moving overseas, or you're staying somewhere with a dryer and you're like, gosh, this thing isn't working, 90% of the time on the upper left-hand side, it's like a drawer you pull out and you dump it. It's just, they
you
don't
just
do
you
the
just
same.
saved somebody's vacation.
Yep. I had a friend
You're a
that
lifesaver.
moved and well, thank you. And she moved and she's like, you didn't say anything about the dryer. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even like
Register.
because once you get used to it, you're like, oh yeah, and it tells you. The newer models they tell you, but this one, yeah.
Okay, so we went to Chick-fil-A and then we went to Target.
Target.
Tell the people like what was on your shopping list at Target.
Oh, so we really like the Mondo Llama crafts. I think they're a bang for the buck. So I got some of those and then mostly
Snacks.
food and snacks. So I got like Dots pretzels, Cheetos, because even though Europe's really anti-food coloring
Yeah.
and flavors that are generic, and the Cheetos, they just really aren't the same, and my kids love them. So Cheetos, Cheez-Its.
You got some like Z bars.
Oh yeah, Z bars. Like simplicity, they love chocolate. Like
Yeah.
the European, like they love chocolate. And most of the kids' snacks are chocolate. They don't have
Really?
like fruit snacks and they don't have like, yeah, I think because they're like, well, if you're gonna have fruit, just have fruit. I don't know. But my
Yeah.
kids, like, they like fruit, but they also want like
A treat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a treat. And I don't want to give them candy.
Yeah.
So we got fruit snacks and we got like fruit roll-ups and Z bars. Yeah. And I got a bottle of ranch because my daughter most recently has decided she loves ranch.
Love ranch. And then in the middle of the night last night, you did order
Oh, yeah.
an eye mask that attaches to the seat.
Yeah, yeah. On the way here, I did the. Oh, no, it's okay. It's relatable content, you know. On the way here, I fell asleep and I did the nod snort, like the, you know, and I did it like one too many times and felt the need to have to apologize to my like 16-year-old seatmate. And I was like, I'm so sorry. So I bought this. I'll let you know if it works.
Yeah, please send a picture. I'll post it on my stories next week. Yeah.
Yeah, can't wait. It's like a neck holder with an eye mask so that you don't do the head bob. So we'll see. It wasn't super expensive. There's this new one. I don't know if you've seen it too, that like posts your neck up.
Okay, yeah. Solon actually asked for one. You know, he wants to be a pilot. So he's like always looking into like travel gear. I'm like, but you're not going to need it. You're a pilot. You're not supposed to sleep.
Yeah, I hope not.
But he saw that and it like holds your, yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to hold your neck up. But did you see how expensive they are?
Oh, no, I didn't.
It was like $60, $70.
Oh, you didn't
Too
buy
rich
that?
for my blood.
Yours was like $8.
Yes. I was like, $8. I can like, I'll test it out. But I was like, $60. I was like, I can't.
Okay, so
On a whim do
apparently
that.
you can take the girl out of the Midwest, but you can't take the Midwesterner out of the girl because apparently it's only a Midwest thing where we say, like, oh, I got this. And it was only, so the other night we were at my launch party. We'll transition to the launch party. But we were there and Ellen has the cutest shoes. They're like glitter. And you were like, but I got them for 75% off. And I was like, that's like a Midwestern thing. Do they do that in Europe?
No, I get made fun of a little bit for that. Yeah. And I think it's like very American, very Midwest.
Yeah.
Very American to say, oh, I got it at Target or I got it at an outlet.
Yeah.
Very Midwest to be like, and I got a discount.
But we're proud of that. I'm like, 50.
Yeah.
I'm like
75% off.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna brag about that. Come on.
Yeah. I did some good, that was like good shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always tell Scott when I get something on sale.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like,
It's girl math.
And he's always like, were you going to buy that? And I was like, that is beside the point.
Yes.
I got a deal. Just be excited.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have bought the shoes probably.
But I did because they were on sale.
Yes. It was like a moment. It felt like God was speaking to me. Like, they're 75% off. You should get these. And I was like, I'm going to.
God's kindness. 75% off. Yes. I love it. Okay. So launch party. Ellen came all the way. She was the longest to travel, which she let the audience know.
Toot toot. Definitely beeped my own horn on that one. But your daughter did ask who the favorite child was.
And I did not respond.
Yeah, it was a no comment situation.
Yes. Yeah. So Scott, Vera, and two friends put on the party with some help from others. And I told Ellen, it was like probably the most Aaron party for my book launch that there ever was.
It was perfection. Honestly, we knew it was going to be good, though, because your husband, Scott, did a phenomenal job of like updating us, providing an itinerary. And the itinerary alone like spoke volumes to who you were. In the evenings events, like he spoke, you gave us insight on your new book. I did a Q&A session. We, like your connection group, prayed over you, and we had a massive dance party.
Yes, we did. I told my family they had one job.
Yes.
Because I knew not everybody would dance.
Yes.
But I was like, you have one job. I want to dance. And the reason is, and I've shared this before, is that the dance party tweak in the book, I had to take a few out because I shared it so many times. I was like, we are having a dance party because it's one of my favorite tweaks.
And it is something that we like to do as a family in general. Like, we're a big dance party people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it always changes your attitude.
It does.
Turns your frown upside down.
Makes every day a party.
And then we sort of had an I put the song For Good, which is always before the Wicked movie ever came out.
I love the Broadway show.
Oh, you sang it when you were in sorority, our sorority.
Yes. I sing it to my daughter at nighttime.
We love that song. And so I put it at the very end because it's a special song to us. But then there was 2 mics that were not on.
Nope.
And so we had like pretend karaoke for the entire party.
Yeah, our mom was like sitting and crying. She was like, "Oh, I love when you 2 sing together." And we didn't think anybody was watching us or could hear us.
And they applauded us at the end.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Apparently they could hear us the whole time too.
Yeah, and a couple of people asked Scott, like, is this like normal? And he's like, yeah, this is who they are. It was funny because so many of my friends were like, oh, when they met my family, they're like, this is the stock you, well, we only have a few more minutes before we have to sign off.
Surprise!
This is the stock you come from.
Yes.
And Solon, somebody asked Solon, like, is this like, what?
Do you do this all the time? Is it like this all the time, I think? Are they like this all the time? And he was like, yep, anywhere we are, anywhere we go.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so the lunch party was amazing. Best time. Just amazing. And then yesterday we hung out and we played the game Things.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh. I was like laughing. Oh my gosh.
Lots of tears of joy.
Oh my gosh.
It's like belly laugh.
Yeah. So basically you write.
It gives you a topic. It asks you a question. It's like things you would put in your backpack on a holiday or things that went too far.
Yeah.
Was one.
And I said your family.
And I thought she meant like I took it too far and had too many children.
So it's like, no.
And she meant I live really far away.
Yes.
Which I was like, oh, that's a lot less offensive.
It's like I did that. All of my nieces and nephew. I'm not gonna. No,
I feel like I have too many children sometimes, so that's the only reason why.
Well, I'm like the little old lady who lived in a shoe too, but no, that was not what I meant. But oh my gosh, we laughed so hard. One of them was things dogs think while you're petting them.
Our cousin was like crying. She couldn't even read them.
She couldn't even read them. So anyway, and like you get like we just have like the to-go pack. I think it was like $7 on Amazon.
It was awesome.
So, oh my gosh, we peed ourselves laughing so hard. Okay, let's see. What else do we want to chat about? Oh, I know. People want to know. I get asked this 2 questions from you. I get asked the most. Number 1, why did you leave Instagram?
Oh, okay.
Not to put you on the spot.
No, it's a mental health choice. It actually started out when I left the first time. So I have a personal Instagram and I had a public one. And I started the public one out of actually your encouragement to just connect with people. And it became way more than I ever anticipated it being. It was just a way for me to connect. And it became like I started being able to get paid to go places and I had expectations. And that's not what it was. That's not how I started it. And even though I enjoyed it, it was taking away more from my home life than it actually was maybe giving me. I felt this responsibility to it. Like it needed to be my job and it wasn't. And so I had a friend that said, I'm going to take some time away for my mental health from Instagram and social media. Do you guys want to join me in solidarity? And I said, yes, I'm totally down. I'm going to do that. And then I came back because I forgot that I had done a podcast.
Oh, yes.
With a friend in Luxembourg. And I was like, shoot, I forgot. So I was like, I need to get back on and share that. And afterwards and coming back, I said, again, like this isn't for me. It's not, I don't want to share as much as I'm sharing or feel this need that I have to share. And so I got rid of it. It's gone.
Forever, right?
Forever. Yeah. I didn't even archive it. It's gone forever. No longer exists. And I'm okay with that. Like I have the photos and the memories. And I still am very connected to a lot of the people that I was made connected to through that. And I still connect on my personal account. And then my personal account is really just for friends and family and people that I like truly know.
Yeah.
And if I don't connect with someone, I've not met you. And it's just, for me, I can't, that's not my vibe anymore.
Yeah.
And mental health wise, I get super anxious. And I want to save my brain space sometimes for just the things I need to be anxious about. Protect my peace.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
One of the things we were talking about along those lines was like as adults, oftentimes people will be like, well, if you enjoy it as a hobby, why don't you make it a career?
Correct.
And we were talking about that. Like, I have a friend who she made me this beautiful floral bouquet for my launch party. And somebody's like, why don't you do that full time? And I was like, sometimes we just do things out of like enjoyment. We don't have to like
Correct.
I don't know, like kids don't always aren't thinking like, oh, I should do this to make money. They're just doing it
Because they enjoy it.
yeah. And I feel like sometimes we miss out on happiness because we feel like we need to tie it to like some like end goal, if you will.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
And I think I was like, oh, you did this. Like,
Yeah.
maybe I can do it too. And
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't, everybody has their own
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And that very truly, like, I didn't want it to be my job and it wasn't my vibe. And that's 100% okay. And
Funny that you say that because I actually started a bow business. Remember that?
yes, you
Busy
did.
Bee Bows.
Busy Bee both. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
People probably don't even know about this.
I know
Well,
about
that's
Busy
my
Bee
10-minute warning before the kids get home. Tiny tweak alert. 10 minutes to mentally prepare before the kids get home. But yeah, I had a Busy Bee Bow business and it started because my sister-in-law had one.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that's a great, again, though, it kind of started more, we talked about this too, as an outlet as a stay-at-home mom.
Correct.
And we've talked about this because you're a stay-at-home mom. I was a stay-at-home mom.
And it can be really isolating.
Yeah. And I needed something for myself.
Because otherwise, your kids, I'm running into that right now, where like your kids become your entire world.
Yeah.
And so you kind of need something to
We
bring
talked
you
about
out of
like it
that.
almost becomes your identity.
Correct. And that's dangerous because that means if they fail, you feel like you failed. But in reality, everybody fails. And you shouldn't have that connection. You need to support them without that.
Yeah, we've talked about that. I even talked about that a little bit with my oldest because he's decided not to do basketball anymore. And I really had to check myself when he was like, I'm done. Because immediately I was like, no, you're not. I mean, I didn't say that to him, but in my brain, I was like, no, you're not.
I mean, he's loved basketball
His
forever.
whole life. Like,
Yeah.
that's been a part of our life since he was, I mean, itty bitty.
18 months.
Yeah, I mean, he's always been dribbling a ball. And I was like, oh, I think part of it was like,
that's my identity too.
yeah, and like the people I hang out with, and I don't know. And so I think it's so easy as moms to like take that on ourselves.
Correct.
And I don't have all the answers, but I think you just like recognizing it like you did with, and then like again, finding other outlets that we don't have to tie like a success to. I don't know. I'm working on that. That's one of my goals in 2026 is finding hobbies I enjoy. Do you have a hobby you enjoy?
I really enjoy yoga. And that was another one that brought up that conversation because I said, I don't think I could be a yoga instructor.
Oh, yeah. That's how we got talking about it. Yeah.
But I said, I love to do yoga and I like to be a part of it. And I'm happy to support people that choose to do that. It's just, my outlet. That's one of them. And I'm a crafty person. I like to craft.
You and mom are crafty. And I always thought something was broken with me because I did not get that. Like,
you are crafty. But you're not like I'm gonna like paint today and I'm gonna
it has to be done
quickly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want it to, like I want the sense of accomplishment. Like I love making wreaths at Christmas time or decorating.
Say you're still crafty.
Rearrange. I used to love to rearrange furniture. Like Scott, when we were maybe it was because when I was at home as a mom, like it was an outlet for me.
Cathartic.
But Scott would come home and we would have this joke, like our incomplete main level would be redone, like furniture in different spots. It was cheap. Like
you used to do that with your room when you were little too.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
Did you ever do that?
Not really.
No rearranging for you.
No, not really.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder why. Okay, we won't go into the deep dive of that.
Yeah, that's like another therapist moment.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're wrapping. Okay, before I wrap up, because we just chatted about all sorts of things. Welcome. We just really wanted to invite you into a sister conversation.
Yeah, this is 100% that. Yeah.
Because it was funny when my friends met you, they hear all about you and they're like, oh, because I'm like, oh, she's one of my closest friends. I'm like, like we've been we weren't always best friends.
No, but we've been close friends.
Do you think it was when you went to college and you lived near me and we like formed a relationship on our own?
Separate? I think that solidified it, but I think when you went to college, I missed you.
Oh, it was like, you didn't know how much you loved me until I was gone.
I'm sure that was part of it, to be honest.
Then I got replaced by a cat.
Not well. He was mean.
But I think when you were in college and you came, like we
were able to have our own individual connection without our parents being present.
And
not that they took away from that, but I do think that forming your own time together makes a huge difference.
I always like think with my kids because I want my kids to have a relationship with one another. Like I think the greatest gift that like I as a parent, like I know mom and dad are kind of jealous that we're together, just the two of us today, but I also think it makes them really happy.
Correct.
And I know that like if my kids got together, like it would make me so
I
happy.
mean, clearly they're happy. Mom was like sobbing when we sang our song
True,
together.
true.
So she did say, she's like, I'm so grateful you have one another.
Yeah, and so I'm just trying to think like what was it in our childhood? Like were there any indicators that made us close? I think moving.
Yeah, we only had each other a lot of
Yeah.
times. And I think providing your kids with opportunities to be not necessarily alone, but to make memories without you.
Mm.
Like I see it in your kids, like Solon and Quincy, they play
Yeah.
downstairs like by themselves. And
Yeah.
that's an opportunity for them to gain that strength bond
Do
too.
you think like vacations or like the lake place, like making memories as a family, like having a shared interest?
Yes, I do. And I think being able to, I think also laugh about hardships and
True.
going through some of those challenges and like reflecting on those, I think that helps too.
Yeah. We also were talking about, because one of the things along the lines, not see, this is like landing the airplane. I'm going to skip around, but something else that somebody asked us about was how did you get so confident? Like
In our
we,
relationship or in life?
no, it, like when we were dancing the other night together,
Oh,
like we just don't
well,
care what people, I really truly,
I've forgotten anybody else was there.
yeah. And somebody said, like, how do you get to that point? And you made a really profound comment this morning about that. Like, why did we become that way? And you said, because we had to
Be
be,
that way.
like,
We
we
were
were put,
forced into that.
yeah,
Like you were new every 2 years and you just had to be happy at some point with who you were or you were going to be alone. Like
yeah.
you had to be confident in yourself.
Hmm. And like, okay, so something I admire about you, though, is you are way more bold with your boundaries than I am. That's something I admire about you. I am learning that in therapy. What? Yeah, and is that a
Yeah.
personality thing or did you practice it more? I'm curious.
I think it's a personality thing. I think too, you're a firstborn, and we talked about that today too,
Oh
that
yeah.
birth order, whether you're born into that or even like Quincy's the baby of the
Oh yeah, and
family,
he's
and he
totally
knows he's the
adopted
baby
that.
of the
Yeah.
family.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, I just feel like that's something I admire about you is like what you and you always do it in like a very classy, kind way, but
I don't
you
think I used to. And I think too, like growing up, I made a lot of mistakes,
Mm,
and you didn't want to make
yeah.
mistakes.
My therapist told me I don't like to make
Yeah, you
mistakes.
don't like to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not that I like to make mistakes, I just am used to making them. And
Yeah.
so for me, it's like it is what it is. And
Yeah.
I don't have time for that. And if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
And I've actually had people say, I'm surprised that I think I come across as somebody who doesn't have solid boundaries, like that I'm
Mm,
willing, because I am a people pleaser in a lot of ways. But I do get to a point where I'm like, enough's enough and I'm done.
yeah.
Like I do then put up walls and boundaries and say, like, we've gone too far. I'm not okay with this.
Mhm.
Um, maybe my boundaries are just further out. I don't know.
Yeah. Another thing we talked about, both you and I, that a common struggle, and I'll throw myself under the bus with you, is that we can be martyrs in motherhood
Oh,
sometimes.
yeah. I'm trying really hard not to be.
And
Yeah.
and that's another thing that I'm working on in therapy is like shriveling on the vine
Yes.
for my family.
Yeah.
Like,
I was sick right before I came, and my husband called me and said, Can you still take care of our youngest daughter while you're sick? And I was like, Yes. And he said, No, I can hear it in your voice.
mm,
You're not well. You just need to tell me you're not okay. And he's like, So next time, tell me you're not okay, but I'm coming home with her now.
hmm,
And I'm going to stay home. And it was really nice because he could hear it. But I am more willing to sacrifice myself for my
hmm.
kids. And then you're really burning the fuse on both ends, right? Like,
And something you said to me, uh, I don't want to get emotional. Going to therapy. Um,
I won't look you in the eye.
that was like hard for me.
Yeah.
But you said, I can't remember how you said it, but like that. like doing that for myself was probably the best thing I did for my family. And I'd never thought about it like that. I think
No.
as moms,
It feels like a weakness.
yeah,
It feels like I can't do this on my
yeah.
own. And actually, like one of the main reasons I actually went back to therapy was I was getting really crabby with my eldest daughter. And I said,
Mm,
something's not right. I'm taking it out on her, and that's not fair to her.
mm,
And it has made my resilience and my ability to communicate with her so much better. And it
yeah.
really is true. Like getting that help, going to therapy,
Mm,
it it gets worse before it gets
yes.
better because it hurts. But it does end up in the long run benefit all of you
Yeah, I
because you're
agree.
taking that inward stuff that you feel like you can't handle and getting it out somewhere so
Yeah.
that you can be more with your family and be there.
Yeah, I think that was the like for me, and even maybe in the world right now when things feel really heavy, something that's really helped me that I learned is that anxiety often comes out sideways as anger. And I'd never known that before. And so not only can I recognize that in myself, but like I can give that to other people.
Almost grace in that sense.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
like they're feeling anxious, so they are angry right now, right? And that
Correct.
really helps me to be able to process. So anyway, well, we went deep there, but
But
I,
it's all good stuff. I think it's
yeah,
important to say that, right? And neither of us is shy about the fact that we are in therapy.
yeah. And I mean, we're both kind of like, well, and we hope that if our kids need it, that they'll go to therapy too.
Correct,
Like
100%.
it just has been so valuable for us. Okay, so rapid fire
Okay.
before we wrap up,
Okay.
because the kids are literally probably going to rock in this door any minute. Guilty pleasure snack. I'll tell you mine first while you think.
Okay.
Nerds clusters. Oh my gosh, I can't even have them.
Oh,
They're so good. And they hurt my tummy, so I can't have them.
it makes me laugh that you like those because I cannot stand them.
What?
I'm the only one, and I think I've resisted telling you guys because everybody's obsessed.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay to have an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, what's yours?
They're called Scooby Doos, and they're basically like Sour Punch straws without the sour stuff.
Oh,
So they're just like
where do you buy
gummy.
them? In Europe?
They're a European
Okay.
snack, but they're like a Sour Punch straw without the sour dust.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite fast food when you're back?
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Hands down. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we have McDonald's. If we didn't have McDonald's, I probably would say that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But I like Chick-fil-A more.
Favorite place you visited in Europe?
Oh, that's really hard. Shoot. Wow, that was a hard one. So it's multiple.
Okay.
We've really loved this last summer. We went to Croatia. The people are amazing. The food is amazing. And it's just not as well known. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's really lovely. We really enjoyed our trip to Budapest as
Mm.
well. Loved that. And probably Greece. We like Greece a lot. But I've heard that not a lot of people love like Athens, but we really enjoyed it as a family, to be honest.
Okay. What's one thing you wish someone had told you about twins? You got a lot of advice to like be scared. Was there one thing you wish somebody had told you about twins?
I think just being okay with saying it's hard.
Mm,
Be okay with that because it is hard and you don't have to suffer alone and you can say it's hard.
yeah.
I think that was one of the things. And one of the things I was really grateful for is that I didn't necessarily know in Luxembourg how to find groups, but I'm
Mm.
glad I found some that were fellow moms of multiples.
We talked about because I share in the book, uh, Tiny Tweaks Happy Life that launched last week.
Whoop, whoop.
Shameless plug. I talk about the season when we brought Quincy home
Correct.
and how ashamed I felt that it was hard when it was a blessing.
Correct.
And
And my twins are a blessing, and we wanted them for so long. We
yeah.
didn't even know that was a possibility. We
Mhm.
thought we were going to have to go through IVF. We were really
Yeah.
struggling. And so it feels wrong to
Yeah. And so you
say.
don't say anything to anybody
Correct.
because you're so ashamed. But you feel like, yeah. And so anyway, it was cathartic for me to write it out in the book now that I'm on the other side. And I think
Yes.
it validates,
A lot of us
yeah.
that feel that shame and an understanding of like, it is hard and it is okay to say it's hard. That doesn't mean I don't want it. That doesn't mean I'm not
Yes.
grateful, but it is hard.
Heart.
4-year-old twins are hard.
Yeah. 2-year-olds in general. And then you times it by 2. And I think hard and good can coincide,
Correct.
but one doesn't negate the other.
You can have more than one feeling at once.
Yeah.
Two things can be true.
Yeah. Okay. Tiny joy besides sitting next to your sister for a few more hours.
That has been a tiny joy. Sleeping through the night. That has been, that's a big joy, I guess. I guess that's not a tiny joy, but uninterrupted sleep has been just a joy these last few days. So thank you for supplying that.
Well, I prayed for that. I told Scott, I'm like, there's a few things that you can do for a mom of little kids. I was like, number one, I can like plan all the meals so you don't have to think about like
that was nice.
And I can hopefully help her sleep through the night.
Yes.
So those are my 2 things. Okay, last question. I ask every podcast guest, what's a tiny tweak you've made lately?
I like to turn my phone on airplane mode before I go to bed. I used to just do not disturb, but now I do airplane mode in general, so I don't get any and all things. It's just my alarm. It's just a clock. I can't see anything else, and it's been a really good blessing for me in that sense. And then I think I've said it before, but you told me to put my medication next to my coffee. And I've actually noticed that on holiday I forget to take my meds because it's not next to my coffee and I forget. So I need to figure out a tiny tweak for my vacation.
Yeah.
Maybe still put it next to my coffee.
I don't know. You're on vacation such a short time, right?
Yes.
So the grace that it's okay if, we're not consistent, right?
Correct.
I think sometimes, the grace to not be consistent is okay too. So, okay, friends.
Thank you for including me in a chit chat.
Oh my gosh, this is
more
so fun.
Cathartic.
Literally,
life talks.
We turned on record and I was like, we're just gonna go with it and let people peek into the life of our sisters. We talk to each other. Our favorite app is what?
Marco Polo. I was just gonna say this is what it's like on Marco Polo every day.
Yeah. We just honestly and truly, I don't know what we would do without it.
No, I don't either.
We talk every single day.
Yep.
About random.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what I listen to when I'm walking or I'll listen to it when I'm driving around. It just, I don't know. And I feel like I know so much about your life.
Correct.
Because we can just like share whatever we're doing.
And we show the kids now and then. And our kids, like, I love when they're on.
Oh, yeah.
Or,
they have like
my husband or your husband or our cousin's boyfriend.
Yes.
Like, it's like a shout out from
Yes.
beyond.
It's like a cameo appearance.
Yes.
Last summer, my brother-in-law, I said we did this thing on a road trip.
Yes.
Interesting things of the hour. And he poo-pooed it at first.
Yes, but then he loved it.
I was like, yep. And he would report in the Marco Polo the interesting thing of the day. Because I always say, okay, choose like one interesting thing of the hour. And then we'd always choose like what's the most interesting thing we saw on the road trip.
Yes.
And he'd come in every day. I was so sad when your road trip was over. I was like, that was so fun to see my brother-in-law on Marco Polo. Oh my gosh. And your kids did it today?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And it was a hoot. My niece was like, or my daughter said, we'll try to cut that out.
Yeah. Yeah. She was like, maybe we'll cut that piece out. Not gonna. And like, just like seeing your kids interact and just, I thought it was so cool. So Marco Polo for the win. Yeah. All right. We love you. They can't follow you online, so they'll just have to wait till next time. If you want her back, DM me. We are going to try on the peacock dress tonight. We'll report about that. You'll have to check it out on it.
Kids will love it.
Oh my gosh. We'll check it out on Instagram.
We should just not say anything and I'll do it at dinner.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Can you imagine? I would say that Scott would be surprised by that, but I think he'd just be like, this is you. This is your sister when she visits.
Okay, this is your tiny tweak. Get Marco Polo and start chatting with somebody on that you love on it to stay connected, I'm telling you. If you liked this episode, it would mean so much if you'd share it with a friend or leave a quick rating and review so others can find our show. Until next time, you can find me at Simple Purposeful Living on Instagram and Facebook.